What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? First of all, Robinson, you already know. You already know what it is. We are no longer friends. You have replaced Kev on my list. You have replaced Kev on my list. That's it. We are no longer friends. Hey, how y'all doing, man? For anybody who don't know who I am, anybody that's on the replay or anybody here live for the first time, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet and I share my thoughts about the stock market. I start doing Tim's tidbits just to share everything that I knew or everything I had learned at the time about investing and trading. It initially started with close friends and family, and then I just said, hey, I'm gonna do it with everybody. I'm gonna share it with everybody for the free 99 because God blessed me in a way that I didn't have to, continue to go punch a clock. Gave me the, confidence to move forward with me and my wife plan of my early retirement. For those who think I'm, just getting this lovely pension from a job somewhere. I'm officially I'm a technically unemployed. But I just like to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts about how to trade, how to invest, what to do, the psychology, economic stuff, reading price action, all that stuff. You're hanging out with my cousins, aka the Spider Gang. Speaking of the Spider Gang, today's episode of Tim's Tidbit is being brought to you by none other than the newtli.com. That's our official sponsor for Tim's Tidbits now. The newtli.com. That's our official sponsor. Go to newtli.com and buy all your Spider Gang merch. That's our official sponsor. We actually got two sponsors. I announced the second sponsor on the overnight price action tomorrow. I'll announce the overnight price action sponsor, and then I continue to announce the official sponsor of Tim's Tidbit. Right? Oh yeah, I do this for the free 99. I don't ask nobody to pay for anything. I don't want anybody to pay for anything. I don't want no cousin to have to pay for any courses or anything. I do it for the free 99. The only thing I ask you to do is press the like button. It might be on this side of your screen. It might be on that side of your screen. My mama says it's on this. Their mama says it's on this side right here. Right? When I'm looking at my videos, when I'm looking at it live, it's on this side of the screen right here. But she says it's over there, and I believe my mama. So click the like button no matter which side of the screen it's on. It might be in the middle like it is on my son's iPad. Click the like button for me. That's all I ask you to do. I do it for free. I will always do it for free. I'm still going to do it for free even if you don't hit the like button. And shout out our sponsor, thenewtli.com. Go shop thenewtli.com for all your trading and investing merch. It's a site to get all your merch that's catered toward traders and investors. Like this, you can't have this shirt here because this is special for me and my family, my blood family. Y'all my family too, but my blood family, Spider Gang. But go shop all your Spider Gang merch needs at thenewtli.com. Hey, let's see who in the chat, man. Let's see who in the chat. Who's in the chat? Here to learn and share. I know you was gonna be here. What's going on? Robinson, I already told you we not friends. I was not late. I was here on time. The green screen wasn't up, so I couldn't turn on the camera without the green screen. What's up, mama? Hey, mama. That's my mama. Y'all say hey to my mama. By the time I get to the bottom of this chat, somebody better be to say hey to my mama. Hey, mama. What's going on? What's up, Laverne? What's going on? Yes, he's starting early. You already know I'm here to learn and share. Rick the Tank. Oh, Rick the Tank. That's a new name. I don't recognize that name. If you've been here before, I jalapies, but I don't recognize that name. Welcome, Rick the Tank. How you doing? Hey, Robinson, get out my chat. I'm tired of seeing stuff you posting. Move up, right? Move up. What's Michelle Tucker? What's going on, Michelle Tucker? How you doing? Rhonda Green. What's going on, Rhonda Green? Gabriel. What's going on, Gabriel? Tasha. What's up, Tasha? Tasha, tell Snoop I said, what's going on? There you go. Show my mama some love. Everybody, Robinson, let me get you off screen. Hey, mommy. I'm just playing, man. Appreciate the love for my mama. What's up, Sonya? Sanjay. I'm so sorry, Sanjay. That's Sanjay. Sonya is the one with the smile. This is Sanjay. Yes. The new TLR.com for your Spider Gang apparel and merch. I may be a little biased, but I love my Spider Gang. I love my Spider Gang phone case too, baby. Hey, mama. Everybody said, hey, mama. Everybody said, hey, mama. Cool it now. You better cool it now. What's up, cool it? What's going on, Kirky Max? Kirky Max said, hello, mama. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate y'all for saying hello to my mother, dear. What's up, Cal? Callio. 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 I'm telling my age there. Anybody who know what song I was just impersonating right then just now, get a free t-shirt from the site. I'm gonna impersonate it again. I'm changing the word that they actually say in the song, but somebody tell me that what I'm impersonating. Callio, 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 Callio. I bet y'all don't know that one. Mommy said, hey, everybody. Okay, let's get into it while we see if anybody can figure out what song I was impersonating. Right? What song I was not at all. I know you ain't gonna know it. I know you ain't gonna know it. All right. Oh man, I ain't even opening up my Ninja Trader. While I'm opening up Ninja Trader, let's go over here and look at the SPY. While I'm hold on, let me open up Ninja Trader and then we're gonna look at SPY while we opening up the Ninja Trader. Must be some Jam Pony Express. No, it's not. It's an actual song. It's an actual song. If don't nobody get it by the time I pull up Sparleen, where you at, baby? Here I go. There she go. What's going on, Sparleen, baby? What's going on? What's going on? Hold on. Hold on. Did I hit the right thing? Yeah, I did. Let me see if anybody got it. I hit the. Did it open up? Yes, it did. There it is. All right. Ninja Trader is open, but we still gonna look at Spyleen first. Let me put it on the right screen, and we still gonna look at Spyleen first. Oh man, I forgot. I ain't adjust no lines or nothing. I ain't worried about it. I just all that this evening sometime. Cause we really don't even, we really don't even need Ninja Trader. We don't. I did all that for nothing. We don't even need Ninja Trader. We'll look at it. We may look at it again. Did anybody get it? Did anybody guess what it is? LL Cool J. No, it wasn't. It was what they actually say in the song is Rodney Yo, Rodney Yo, Rodney Yo, Rodney Yo. And if y'all don't believe me, it's a group from back in the day called Rodney O and Joe Cooley. Here they go right here. Rodney O and Joe Cooley. Rodney O, Rodney Yo, Rodney O, Rodney Yo. That's what they say. He was like scratching his name. He was scratching the name back in the day. Rodney O and Joe Cooley. I knew y'all weren't gonna get that one though. Knew y'all weren't gonna get it. That was some Florida stuff back then. They had a song Everlasting Bass. Who remember Everlasting Bass? Look it up. Look up right doing Joe Cooley, Everlasting Bass. Everlasting Bass. Here we go. Spy Lean. Let's see where we at. We have been bullish on the entire market for a long time, right? For anybody who was privy to tapping into my live or may have seen the I saved it on my excuse me, man, that Waffle House coming back with a vengeance. I saved it on my Instagram page, and I left why I got out of my all of my positions. I felt compelled to share why I got out of my positions, because a lot of people was hitting me up. I ain't gonna say a lot, but cousins was hitting me up via DMs and via text messages and was asking me if I got out of all my like sold stocks and everything. And I'm like, no. Why would you think that? No. And then I'm like, wait a minute, you must be new here. Y'all know I just trade options in my accounts. You know what I'm saying? They were acting like they was new here. If it was somebody I ain't never seen before saying, hey, did you sell your stocks too? Then I would expect that. But from the OGs, like I was like, no, I'm confused. What are you talking about? Right? So and I was compelled to share with why I had closed all of my positions. Matter of fact, shout out to cousin Zay. I had told Zay a long time ago. When was that? I don't know. Is Zay in here? Is Zay in the chat? Zay, if you in here, remind me of when that was when I was talking to you and I was like, I'm gonna close my positions when we bounce back. And you was like, and you was asking me something. I don't know. I think it might have been. It had to be like around by June time frame when I lost that bet to Zay. We was on the phone out, and I said I was gonna close them out. But anyway, yeah, because we're at a point where I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what the market is going to do right now. So, and we've been so bullish looking at these monthly candles. We've been so bullish right now, and it hit a target that I had. I was like, hey, I don't want to sit through if the market want to decide to pause right here or even go down or what. I was like, we've been running so hard, so fast. So, let me go ahead and take this profit. And then if the market do give us a pullback right now, this going to be a valuable pullback to me, long as we don't completely tank, right? So that's why I got out of my positions. For anybody who missed that live and or didn't see the post. Now, looking at where we at, man, the line look kind of equilibrium-ish, don't it? Let's check that. Let's check that from the high to the low. Oh man. Yep, we just above equilibrium right now. That line is, at equilibrium. This kind of stuff that I be telling y'all, right? No matter how good or bad things look, right? You always want to know where you at overall, right? So on a monthly time frame, right? On a monthly time frame, we at a critical point, right? We at a very critical point. Looking at at least a couple weeks ago. Yeah, what up, Zay? Shout out to cousin Zay, man. If y'all ain't tapping in to Zay, well, Zay been kind of like MIA on the social media front. I'm all about spending more time with your family too, cuzzo. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about, putting family first, get back, hang out with your family, give yourself a social media break, fall back, whatever it is, why Zay ain't been out there, why he fell back into the shadows. I get it. I understand it. Well, if it, even if he just said, forget it, I'm chilling. But I always say, give yourself, you know what I'm saying? Give yourself time to be to yourself. Be like Corey Kenshin. My kids be watching Corey Kenshin. They, you know what I'm saying? Corey Kenshin disappeared for 6 months on folk. He just disappear and then he come back and be like, what's up? I'm back. You know what I'm saying? It's all gravy. But when he come back, when the homie come back, make sure y'all tap in to his IG and his YouTube because he putting out some valuable information. He got some good insight on the market. So tap in with the cousin if you ain't. It's always two sides to every story. And look, just sitting here talking to y'all, I'm looking at the chart and I'm like, man, that looked kind of like equilibrium. It looked like equilibrium. And as you see, right, we've been real bullish, right? This right here is July. This right here is August, right? How many weeks August gone by now? 1, 2, we halfway. No, we're not even halfway through August. We almost halfway through August. Right, we almost halfway through August. 2 more days, we'll be halfway through August. Trading wise, we halfway through August. 1, 2, 1, 2. Nah, yeah, 1 or 2 more days, we'll be halfway done with August, right? But let's just say we halfway done with August, and then we've been really bullish, really bullish. These really bullish candles. July, we closed near the top. August. Man, how off is that? The high was 47, 27, 21, 10 cent off the top so far. We've closed 10 cent off the weekly high. That's very bullish on the weekly standpoint. But if you look at where we at, we have just come into a discount for a short. But Tim, what do you mean? I'm glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. These are monthly candles, right? Monthly candles. Each candle you're looking at represents a month, right? So right here in the month of May, this little indecision candle right here, right? See that little green indecision candle? It's not officially a doji because it closed slightly above where it opened, but it's close enough to a doji for government work. Because if it was a true doji, it'll be gray. It wouldn't have a color. That'll mean it opened and it closed at the exact same price. But since this is so little, that's close enough for any trader, any investor just to call that a doji. You know what I'm saying? If that's what a doji is. I don't really be knowing the names of them candles. I'm just trying to act smart right now in front of y'all, right? So we had a break in market structure right here in May, right? Sometime in May. I'm not fun to go down there and try to look to see what day it was, but we just gonna say we had us a break in market structure in May, right? Yeah, whole shift into the stay straight. All right, so boom, there go your break in market structure in May. Right there, right? So in June, right, we opened up here and pushed down hard, right? Running liquidity up under May, right? Ran liquidity under May, came down and kissed this monthly fair value gap right over here that we have marked out along. Remember, I was like, I want to go ahead and take care of that fair value gap, you know what I'm saying, right here at this possible monthly order block right there. Over here, take care of that fair value gap, hit the monthly order block, turn back around. You know what I'm saying? But we throw it on breaks right there at the top of the monthly fair value gap. I never took a deep dive into it to see exactly why we stopped right there. I didn't feel like it, right? So we came back up, right? We wicked back up, right? And then let me move this over a little. I'll leave it there. That's fine. So we wicked back up off of that spot, right? So once we wick back up off of that spot there, right, we opened up slightly down, a slight gap down in the month of July, right? July came down just a tad bit to right here, you know what I'm saying? Just a tad bit in the month of July. And then we started to move back up rapidly, right? July was just a monster of a month, right? It was a monster of a month. And the way July didn't come down into this wick of June, right? Now, personally, I was only bullish for the first 2 weeks of July, right? I really just started peeping this once I saw how bullish July really was. I'm looking back like, man, why? Man, July ridiculously strong. So I was noticing how it really didn't get down into this wick. So it was making me feel like, okay, the algos done accomplished a whole lot of work over here because it really didn't try to really get down into that wick too much, right? We immediately made a higher low on the monthly and took off nasty back to this breaking structure right here that we had made, right? So far, we kind of disrespecting this breaking structure, right? So far, we treating this breaking structure like what they call it. They call it what is it? Failure to retest, FTR. I think they call it FTR, failure to retest. We treating it like it's probably gonna be a failure to retest. That's how we treating it so far. But we can't count it out because we still August ain't over yet. August ain't over yet. We can't count it out because August ain't over yet. If August continues to disrespect this breaking structure and close, you know what I'm saying? Especially if August close above 430. If August close above 430, right? That's a total. That's in my book. That's a failure to retest or whatever they call it, right? But I was saying all that to say we are in a place where this can just be a retest of this breaking structure on the monthly, right? On the monthly, this could just be a retest of this breaking structure on the monthly because we coming back. This is the first time for us coming back to this breaking structure was last month, right? We coming up. Now we're in a discount. See, the breaking structure was not in a discount, right? The breaking structure was below the 50%. The breaking structure was below the 50%, right? Now we are just now entering discount territory on the monthly basis for a short. That's where we are right now. Yes, we are a stone's throw away from birthing a new bull market, right? We're a stone's throw away from birthing a new bull market. If we got up to where's my line? Did I delete my line? I had a line on here. Was that on? Yeah, I had a line on SPY that said new bull market. Where's the 50 period on? I got to go down to the it may not be showing on the monthly candles. Is it not showing? Let me go to the daily. Did I delete my line? I deleted my line, y'all. I deleted my line. I don't know. I deleted my line. My line gone. It's like I think it's like 434 or something like that to birth a new bull market. Yeah, the 200 is at 431. It's at like 430. Let me run the fibs real quick. Not the fibs. I don't want the fibs. Get out of here, fibs. Why did I say fibs? I don't want the fibs. Get out of here, fibs. Move. Move, Pat. Let me get me an info line. Boop. Turn off snap. 20%. Where's my 20? Right there. Yeah. 430, 432. Yeah, I deleted my line. I don't know how I deleted my line. Where did my line go? Robinson, did you come in here and erase the chalkboard? Robinson erased the chalkboard. Anyway, that's what I said. Even if we go up and birth a new bull market, right? Even if we go up and birth a new bull market at 434, whatever I just said, because I deleted my line. 434.62. If we get a closure at 435 or higher, right, and birth a new bull market, we are still just coming back into a discount for going short, right? Does that mean we're going to go on a tear and just break through the bottom. And this has just been the biggest bull trap you ever saw in your life, or bear trap, or whatever trap they call. I don't know if it's tricking the bulls. Is it a bear trap? Are the bears setting the trap, or is it a bull trap because the bears are setting the trap for the bulls? Which I can't never. I don't know. I don't know which is which. Is this a trap? I don't believe it's a trap anymore because of the way we trading. But look at where we at. I know I'm rambling, y'all. I just woke up. When I wake up, I talk a lot, right? So looking at where we at, we just came into the discount area for going short on a monthly basis, right? Take it with a grain of salt, because the narrative has been switched to a bullish narrative. They have switched to a bullish narrative, and the market has switched to a bullish bias. So the narrative and the bias are bullish right now, and the market has been really bullish. The algos have been repricing to the upside, right? What is the algo's target? In Lil Timmy Rogers' world, ever since June, go back and read the tape if y'all don't believe me, the target has been 429.66 on the spot. Go back and read the tape. I lost a bet to Zay because I knew he was going to hit it in June, and I didn't switch my bias. And Zay was like, nah, cuz, too much going on. Nah, cuz, I don't trust it. Nah, cuz. That's just how he sound. Nah, cuz. And then we went down, baby. Yo Street in the Range Rover, right? And now we're coming back, and the algos are pushing price to that photo. The Qs have hit those equal highs that I was looking at. The Qs have hit it, and the Qs are leading, and the Qs seem to be dragging the S&P right now. The chips, you know what I'm saying? The chips been dragging. The big boys been doing a few things here and there, but the Qs have been leading. The chips have been running, right? We might need Nancy to go to Taiwan a little bit more often, right? So that's on the monthly where we at, right? We still in a bullish bias. We still in a bearish, a bullish narrative. And remember, the rubber band is really extended right now, right? The market needs to cool off. Going to a weekly, right? That's where we at on the monthly. We right there at a spot that could be a shorting opportunity. Could be. How far down? We don't know that yet, right? And that's because we just came back into the discount, right? We have just come back into the discount. Now, on a weekly time frame, let's look and see where we at, right? This is the target. That's been my target since June, like 429.66, right? Where does that put us? We got a nice fair value gap right here. Beautiful fair value gap right there. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I'm coming down. Hey, who looked at the season finale of P Valley last night? Tell the truth. How many of y'all cried when Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford kissed on the dance floor? I hope it wasn't no dream. I hope it was real life, because Uncle Clifford looked so happy. Uncle Clifford said, "What y'all looking at?" How many of y'all teared up when Uncle Clifford and Lil Murder kissed on the floor? Or if y'all ain't seen it, I jollipies. Just pretend like y'all ain't hear nothing that I just said. Just pretend like y'all ain't hear nothing I just said. I jollipies. I'm acting like my sister now. Hey, peep this, right? So, oh man, look where I drew that line. Is that foreshadowing? Does Lil Timmy Rogers have a crystal ball? Look where I drew that line to. Does Lil Timmy Rogers have a crystal ball? Hey, so on the weekly standpoint, where does that put us, right? That puts us, we came down, we test the breaking structure on the weekly standpoint, and we sold off more, right? So remember, what I always say, when the higher time frames start showing, it's showing a hint of wanting to switch, it starts to build out on the lower time frames, right? But if you start building your bias based off the lower time frames, they hold less weight, right? So, I mean, if you build your thesis based off the lower time frames, they hold less weight because you're going against the higher time frame, right? But when the higher time frame starts to shift from, starts to show a hint of, okay, maybe I'm not bearish anymore. Maybe I'm ready to switch to a bullish trend. Just maybe it starts to build out on the lower time frames. So you see how on the monthly time frame, right? On the monthly, we looking like we may be getting ready to disrespect this breaking structure, right? We looking like we may be getting ready to disrespect this breaking structure, right? Because when we was coming up to come back and test this breaking structure, we closed above it, and now we're immediately acting like we don't want to reject off of it. We're immediately showing a sign that this may be a failure to retest right here, right? So it's showing a hint. Maybe you can't say it yet because this month isn't over. When we drop down to the weekly, now I ain't trying to sell a bullish or a bearish narrative or bias. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to cousin 100. Shout out to cousin Zay. That's their favorite shirt from our today's sponsor, from our official sponsor, the new TLI.com. That's their favorite shirt. It's one of my favorites too. It's called, it says, and put it on white so you can see it. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite shirts too. Shout out 100. Shout out Zay. That's their favorite shirt. That's my favorite shirt. Well, one of my favorite shirts. My favorite one is Discipline Over Dollars. That's my favorite one, right? And that thing hit like crazy in that green. I ain't even got no green on the site. My homeboy made some green ones for me for the show yesterday, for the event yesterday, and that green pop, 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 pop. That thing look good. But anyway, I'm not trying to sell a narrative or convince nobody or nothing. The only thing I like to do is get on here and speak about my thoughts and try to provoke the cousins to look at what, like, the whole story before locking into a bias, right? So now on the weekly, we have come down, right? We came back and test the breaking structure and sold back off, right? And ran more liquidity to the downside. Once we got to the breaking structure and sold back off on the weekly, right? We got a retest of that breaking structure already, right? And now we're coming back and we're blasting through it. You see what I'm saying? On the weekly. Remember what I say, when the higher time frame starts to show a hint of wanting to change, that's when you want to start looking to the lower time frames for that validation or that confluence or whatever the word is that we supposed to be using as traders and investors. You want to be looking for that confluence. I think that's the word, right? So on the weekly, it's looking a little more bullish. You see what I'm saying? The weekly is looking more bullish. We broke above this week, right? And then we got another week where we closed above and another week where we closed well above, right? So let's just say we got 2 official weeks after the second retest, right? This the first retest and we broke down, right? This the second retest and we pushed through. You see what I'm saying? And this was, yeah, around June. Yeah, this was the June time frame there when I lost the bet to Zay, but we ain't gonna keep talking about that, right? So that's on the weekly, and that's what when I was saying about where I put the line, that's what I was saying right there, right here. Why did I put this line here? I don't even know why I don't know why that line there. Get out of here, line. I don't know. But anyway, where did that put us? Oh, the equal highs. That's why the line was there. Get back, line. I need you. Yeah, those were the equal highs. That was the target. Those right there are the equal highs right there, the target, right? And then when we get that on a weekly, look what we have there. We got a weekly fair value gap sitting right there at the target, right? That's a fair value gap inside the discount. You see what I'm saying? There is no other fair value gap on the weekly time frame. This is the discount is at 421.08. Right? The discount is at, equilibrium is 421.08 from the January high to the June low, right? January high to June low. Equilibrium is 421.08, right? We're back above equilibrium and we're heading toward a weekly fair value gap that's sitting right on top of the target that I had set for the SPY, right? I cashed out because we was a stone's throw away. I'm out of there. The Qs had hit that target. I was out of there on the Qs for my account and my wife's account, right? Out of everything for our joint account. Close enough for government work, right? But we're coming back to a discount, to a fair value gap, right? On the weekly also. So now, is this a trap that's going to take us all the way back down here? I don't know, Racky. But I don't believe it is. I don't believe it is. Why don't I believe it is? Because we have come down on the monthly, right? And we've come back up. And we're disrespecting this breaking structure. On the weekly, we have come down past the breaking structure, the monthly breaking structure, came back, tested it, pushed down further, gained more liquidity, solidified a bottom, and now we're pushing back up, and we have broke through the breaking structure, and we have successfully defended it on the bull side for 2 weeks, right? If you notice, let me stretch this out. It may be a little hard to see, right? Let me stretch it out for you. The bulls defended it for 2 weeks because we got above it, gap below it, right? Closed above it, gap up, came back down and tested it from the top side with that wick, and then pushed back off and closed well above it, right? So the bulls have successfully defended it to the upside, right? On the weekly. So on the weekly time frame, we're still not out of resistance, if you will, right? We still have some, it's not clear skies ahead, right? Because we're coming into the discount again. I know I keep saying it over and over. We're approaching a weekly fair value gap right at the discount, right? So that would be a potential good shorting opportunity if the narrative and the bias drastically shifts. Even if it don't drastically shift, we've been running very hot. We need to cool off, right? And we're just gonna leave it on the weekly time frame for just a second while we start looking at the possibilities of cooling off, right? How can the market cool off? Somebody put it in the chat for me real quick. What ways can the market cool off? Let's say shoot me a DM. What? Oh, y'all talking inside the chat. Y'all talking inside the chat. How do I say the markets can cool off? Right? How can the markets cool off? Somebody type it in chat. Y'all type faster than that. Love the green. Yeah, the green dope. That discipline over dollars hit different. Don't nobody know. Don't nobody know. Yes, there you go. Cool it. There you go. Cool it. There you go, Michelle Tucker. There you go, Michelle Tucker. The market, it can either pull back, retrace, or consolidate. That's how the market cools down, right? Right now, we're running hot to the upside. So we can either cool down by getting a pullback, or we can cool down by consolidating. I see y'all. I see you, Sanjay. I see you, Kirky Max. I see you. I said Michelle Tucker. I see you. Cool it. I hear you. I see you here to learn and share. I see y'all. So we can either cool down by consolidating or pulling back right now, because we steaming to the upside, right? So if we decide to cool down by pulling back, let's go to the pullback story first, right? We're going to go to the pullback story first. Let's say we get up here to this fair value gap where little Timmy Rogers just miraculously happened to put it right at a weekly fair value gap. Y'all saw it. I ain't know it was there. I drew it on the monthly candle, right? I drew it on monthly candles. Just happened to land right there inside a weekly fair value gap. So we're going to go from where little Timmy Rogers drew that line, right? A pullback scenario in this, the way it's trading right now, the ideal pullback scenario for me would be to pull back to right about here, right there. That would be the perfect pullback scenario for me, right? To pull back here. Well, Tim, why would that be the perfect scenario? I'm glad you asked that question, Lil Timmy Rogers. I'm glad you asked that question. Right here. If we pull back, that would bring us back to, right, trading into filling these gaps right here. These are like daily gaps and fair value gaps that I got highlighted. I'll show them to you when we get down that low. I think one is a fair value gap and one is a gap up or something like that, but they two different colors. But that'll take care of them, right? And then it will bring us right back into this breaking structure to the upside right here, right? It will bring us to this breaking structure to the upside right there. Let me change this color so everything ain't the same color. Give it a nice blue. Give it a blue hue. We're going to give it a blue hue, right? That'll put us right there at that breaking structure right there. Oh. And look at that. That, see, this how I like to look for my breakers based off of, you know what I'm saying, how ICT taught it, right? We came up here, right? We ran liquidity up there. We took off to the downside. Boom. We ran liquidity under there. Y'all know I like to look for the breaker after we done ran some liquidity, right? So we ran liquidity to the upside. We ran liquidity to the downside and made that low. Boom. There go the low after we done ran that liquidity, right? We came up, boop, right there. That's our high, right? We got the high there. And after we made that high, what do? We broke down, ran liquidity up under there, and then bow, blast through it. Bow. When we got to it there, we slowed down, tested again. Then now we got through it. And now that we got through it, right? Y'all know I'm looking at that high over there as the potential breaker. I still don't know if it should be the highest most candle or the up close candle, or I'm still trying to figure that out. But luckily, every time I be looking for it, the right there at the top, it be nice green and red candles next to each other. So my little theory be working out in my head. But yeah, that's just the way I like to look for my breakers. It's easier than looking for the low, the high, the lower low, higher high. Once I identify the breaker by just seeing a high that runs liquidity, then bust through it, then I know how to go back and count the highs. I just go 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I know, oh, low, high, low, higher, high. I know how to go back and pick the lows and highs once I identify the breaker by just looking for it. Once we, you know what I'm saying, take out some liquidity, go make a high, and then bust through and run the liquidity again. That high right there is my potential breaker. Boom. Sell off of it. Boom. Buy off of it. There you go. Anyway, come back down to there, right? Even get all the way down to the breaking structure, which will be the bottom of the breaker body, and then go back up. That is my ideal pullback cool off scenario. That is my ideal pullback cool off scenario, right? My scary pullback scenario would be to go down and get these fair value gaps right here. come down and get these, and come back down to this breaking structure. That would be my scary scenario. Let me use lines. I mean, let me use these lines over here instead of that stupid line. Okay. So boop there. And then my scary pullback scenario would be to come down to here. Right there. Okay. So, and this right here is ideal because that's roughly 6%. That's a beautiful pullback to make an entry on. That's 6% pullback is a beautiful pullback to make an entry on, right? My scary scenario would be to here because that's 11%. That's a full freaking correction. You see what I'm saying? That's scary. That's, oh my God, it was a trap. And then you got people over here, I knew it was a trap. That's scary, right? So I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And then the not really preferred way to cool off would be just to go sideways until the end of the month. Right here. Go sideways to the end of the month. Right there. That's the end of the month. There you go. Not so preferred. It ain't sexy. Yes, that's the not so preferred way to cool off. Right. Now let's drop down to the daily. Dropping down to the daily. Now, see how the daily, you see how the daily looks a little bit more exciting and moving as far as the you can actually see the work that's been put in, how much they've been fighting to etch out this bullish scenario. You see what I'm saying? You can see how much fighting been going on. You can see we came down once we're going back to the same breaking structure. Boom, broke structure there on the monthly, right? Came back up, kiss this fair value gap for the second time, sold off. So we came up, kissed it once, came down, kissed it again. Excuse me, not getting into it, right? Just barely penetrated a little bit, but sold back off, right? Didn't have enough juice to get back up there in June. Bad CPI numbers made me lose the bet. We fell down. Now we fought back up. This gap, the bears defended this gap up. We pushed back down. Came back up. They defended the gap up again. See, they defend right there. The gap up. They defended it again. Right? Push down. Then the bulls blast through it. Then now the bulls use that same gap as support. Let me draw it out just in case anybody can't see what I'm talking about. I told the cousins I was going to try to do a better job by talking about levels and all of that. So let me so here we go. Right? We came down, this gap up that's sitting right there. Where's the top of the gap? Let me lock this in. Boom. Come on, Tim. Okay, so God dog it. Okay, so the top of the gap is at 389.80, and the bottom of the gap is at 381.81. So on the daily, we came up, right? The Bears defended the gap and pushed us back down. Came up again. The Bears defended the gap again, pushed us back down, right? The Bulls was able to clear the gap. Once they cleared the gap, right, then the Bulls turned around and used that gap as support. Came down, bounced off it, and ricocheted. Totally disrespect this gap right here, and got to the top of this big fair value gap. It's a gap up inside this big fair value gap. I ain't drawing all them gaps out. Y'all get it, right? And once we got back to the breaking structure, the exact same spot that we consolidated last month, waiting on the information, right? That monthly breaking structure, the exact same spot where we consolidated. Then once we got the news, we took off, leaving a few gaps right here. We got a big fair value gap and we got a daily gap up inside of it, right? That's what those two are. Them the ones I told you I was going to show you, right? And then now we're pushing up toward that target at 429.66, right? And that would put us, once we hit that target of 429.66, that'll put us in that weekly fair value gap where we was talking about the potential pullbacks. My ideal pullback would be to come back down at the roughly 6% to take care of these fair value gaps and gap ups, come back into this breaking structure and come back into this breaker over here, right? We got a million candles that you can use as a breaker over here. This big green one right here, that would be the that red wick, that one that had the red wick. I think yes, because that's the highest one. This would be the one that had that red wick right there on the other screen when I was like, I don't never know which one to use. Yes, because see, it's highlighted in there. So that'll be the top of the red wick. So if you use the green up close candle on the daily, that'll be the highest high of the peak right there, right? 4, 3, 2, 1. You see what I'm saying? So that'll be the highest high right there. It'll be a green candle. There you go, you green candle. Light it out. Everybody happy. Bob's your uncle. Hey, so that's where we at on Spylean, breaking it down from the monthly down to the daily and giving you where we are for, we already in the bullish, right? I don't have an upside target to give you outside of 429.66 on the spot because we still haven't gotten there yet. But I don't have an upside target to give you because that was close enough for me to get out of my position. Now that I'm out my positions, I'm looking for a new entry. So now I'm waiting on it to set up. I don't have an upside target because I'm close enough to my target to call it. You see what I'm saying? The only thing I have are downside targets because I'm waiting for a pullback. Do I think we gonna pull back? I don't know. Don't care. I ain't in no positions. But I just want to be aware of where we at. Right? This is where we at. We just got into a discount for selling, right? So I'm expecting some type of pullback. Does it have to pull back? No, we can blast all the way up and take out the high at 450.01. We can blast all the way up and take out the high at 450, right? The way did y'all see how they repriced on Friday? Did anybody pay attention to how I posted a story. I said, this is classic. Let's look at the ES. Y'all put something in the chat if y'all got any questions, because I'm done talking about the price action. And what I want to see for next week. I just want us to cool off. I want us to cool off next week. We can either consolidate above this target, get above that target into that weekly fair value gap, and start to pull back toward this breaker down here. We can do anything like that next week. That's all I want to see. I don't have any upside targets. If the market want to keep pushing up, hey, let it keep pushing up. I'll try to look for maybe some short term or some day trades in there. But as far as getting back into positions, I'm waiting on a nice healthy pullback. But look at the repricing on Friday, right? We opened up right here on this green candle at the 945 candle right here. We opened up at this 945 candle, consolidated up until 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, look at this classic algo repricing. These 15-minute candles. These 15-minute candles. That's classic algo repricing, right? Can't nobody tell me it's not. Think about it, right? You a fund manager, right? The market been running stupid hot for umpteen days. Umpteen. Since July 14th, the market been on a tear, right? As a funds manager, how are you going to justify on a Friday putting this much money into the market on a Friday when the market been on a tear since July 14th? Those algos just reprice it. I don't know no human that's going to say, I'm going to do this much shopping on a Friday, the week before OPEX. The Friday before OPEX, I don't know no human that's going to say, I'm going to do this much shopping this much shopping. Let's look at it like this right here. Let's look at it like this right here. What's this right here? This is the SPY, right? This is the SPY. What is that? From the open, we ain't gonna go from, let's go from the low. We're gonna go from the low to the close. From the low to the close, that's what's that? From the low to the close, the low was 421. Let's do it like this right here. Let's look at the volume. Let's look at the volume. 61 million. 61 million. Right? I don't think my calculator gonna be able to do this right here. I know it's got a little bit of selling in there. So, but it don't matter. 61 million shares. Let's just use we're gonna use the price at the low. We ain't gonna go all the way up to the high. We're gonna use 421 times 421. Look how much money that is. $25,681,000,000. What fund manager in the world gonna say, let's spend 25 billion on a Friday after the market been running on steroids since July 4th, the Friday before OPEX? Let's spend 25 billion. Ain't no human gonna do that, man. That's classic algo repricing to the upside. You ain't got to agree with me. I agree with myself. What y'all talking about in the chat? Hey, I put the link in the chat if anybody want to pull up and ask a question. If anybody want to pull up and share anything. The only thing, we got midterms coming up, so a significant pullback may be on the horizon this fall. I agree, Michelle Tucker. I agree, Michelle Tucker. We need a significant pullback, you know what I'm saying, for it to be healthy for the market. We don't want to go up too far too fast. We don't want to go down too far too fast. We want nice, healthy price action, right? Since 2020, I've been trading and investing since 2020, right? But through all of my research, I know that from 2020 up until now, the price action we have been seeing is very abnormal. Can it be the new normal? Yes, it can be the new normal, but it's very abnormal because, like, you always see all the history buffs that say, hey, on average, the SPY averages 10% a year. On average, the SPY averages this a year, right? So we've been hitting 5 and 6% in a week. So it's abnormal as of now, but this can be the new normal. This can be our new normal. Volatility can be our new normal, right? We would just have to accept that. I mean, I wouldn't mind it because I'm an options trader. I love volatility. I just don't like chop. You know what I'm saying? I like volatile moves. I just don't like chop. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like choppy days. I don't mind if we shoot up for a week, shoot down for a week, shoot up for a week. I just don't like choppy days. If we shoot up for a week and shoot down for a week, man, you know how much money options traders can make? I love volatility. I just don't like chop. Invested, I don't know what H&S is, or at the money. Victor, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that. Oh, inverted. I said invest. Y'all know I can't read. Inverted, H&S, or ATM. I still don't know what that means. Y'all know I can't read. What's H&S? I know you ain't saying Head and Shoulders. Victor, Victor, and you not even new here. You not get off my live, Victor. Get off my live. Inverted head and shoulder. Y'all know I don't be looking at no doggone. Where's Zay at? Victor, hit up Zay. Want to know about inverted head and shoulders? And what's an ATM? Inverted head and shoulders, or what's ATM? What is ATM? I figured, appreciate that, here to learn and share. I figured out the head and shoulders part, but what's the ATM? I don't trade chart patterns, man. Exactly. He does not do patterns. I don't trade chart. They go Sonya. What's up, Sonya? What's up, Sonya? Hey, Sonya smile is only second to this lady right here. You see, that's the most beautiful smile in the world right there, right? But Sonya, she smiled just like my wife. Show every tooth in her mouth when she smiled. What's up, Sonya? Yes, he is. RM, he is in trouble. Hey, ain't nobody. I've been on here for over an hour. Ain't nobody putting nothing in the chat. Ain't nobody asking no questions. Ain't nobody pulling up. I appreciate y'all. I just want to share with y'all my thoughts on the price action today. If you feel so inclined to support our sponsors, the new TLR.com, and get you some Spider Gang merch, we will appreciate it. That's our official sponsor for Tim's Tidbits. Will we ever have any other sponsors? I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever have any other sponsors, because sponsors be trying to put restrictions on you and stuff like that. And I'm retired. I ain't trying to work for nobody, but that's the official sponsor for Tim's Tidbit. The new TLR.com, right? And then, oh yeah, our other sponsor. I was supposed to have been saving this for tomorrow. We got two sponsors. Oh, what the question is? What they saying? What the question is? I was getting that other sponsor. Our other sponsor is Banjo, brought to you by Banjo by Il Jodam. Banjo, the new mixtape by Il Jodam. That's our second sponsor. I was gonna say it for tomorrow, but I said I might as well do it now. Huh? Oh, in the monthly, don't we have a bigger picture breaking structure from September candle, creating a potential bigger pullback? Let's go back and look. Monthly. Okay, we started out on the monthly, talk about the breaking structure to the downside right here. We broke structure right here. That's what the black line was. We came back. Once we got here, we closed above it last month, and then this month we still in it, and we at the point where we're seeming like we're going to disrespect this breaking structure, yielding this for a failure to retest. That's what it seemed like we at right now. Now, the question says, in the monthly, don't we have a bigger picture breaking structure from September candle, creating a potential pullback? So September candle right here. This September right here? Right, you talk about right here? Where we came down? And if you talk about, let's see, September, the breaking, well, if you talk about these candles here, or if you talk about over here, what September you talking about? Because this September, if we was going to count this, the breaking structure would be on the October candle. This September over here, I'm lost, cuz. I'm lost, cuz I don't which I don't know. Edwin, pull up and maybe explain it. Cause I'm not seeing it on the monthly. On the monthly on what, the ES or the SPY? You looking at the monthly on the ES? Let me see. September. Nah, it looked the same way. It looked the same way on the ES. The break would be like on October candle. Yeah, Edwin, pull up and explain it. The link in the chat. I put the link in the chat again because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing what you're talking about. Pull up and like explain it. Pull up and explain it, and we'll try to figure it out. But yeah, if you feel so inclined to support our sponsors, go out and stream or buy Banjo by Il Jodam. That is my son. Il Jodam, streaming on all streaming platforms. You can stream it or buy it. Banjo, the new album by Il Jodam, and the new TLR.com, right? Oh yeah, New Balance be going in. Rick Owens, New Balance. Been a minute, what happened? Took leave of absence, perfected my talent. Big Rick Owens, New Balance. I like that right there. Oh, they're gonna Edwin right there. Oh, Edwin, I clicked on it too fast. Edwin, do not hit us with no meat.
Nah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I was looking at I looked at the ESN, the SPY, and like the September candle is over here, like the October, and then if you come back over here to this September, like I ain't seen, like, break it down what you're talking about for me.
So the first one that you were pointing to, that red candle
over here,
yeah, right there. So going by breaker rules, so we got a high, a low, a higher high, and then if you go all the way to now, we got that lower low, and now we're pushing back up into September, into those equal body lows.
You
see what I'm saying? So yeah. Forgetting what happened between like January and now, like if you just take that as a top and a bottom, we got kind of like a breaking structure right there, and we're pulling up into that right now, which could mean a bigger pullback because we're going into that breaker.
Oh, so you saying come back, if we come back into here,
right,
triggering a pullback based off of this area right here.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I'll rock with that, but like I ain't gonna say but, not to discount what you're saying. I apologize for the but. I'll rock with that, and that can just give us the same pullback that we was already talking about based off of this area. It's just coming from a different breaker, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like if the narrative was, see, I'm just in the mindset of, you know what I'm saying, like going with what the market's showing you. And right now, to me, the market is showing us, right, I'm ready for this to be the bottom, based off the way it's carving out, based off the way the price action moving, and based off the way it's just simply repricing it for no real reason. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I get what you're saying. The reason I'm using that one as opposed to the one that you use with the wick is because it has those bodies. So you have the equal body lows as opposed to just the wick. So wouldn't that make that breaking structure stronger than the one that you use in March?
You talk about right here like that?
Right, yeah. So you use the wick in March, right? As your breaking structure. Or in
I was looking at the breaking structure from the February. It was February low that I was looking at where we broke structure. Let me see. Right. Make sure I'm telling you right. It was, yes, the February low.
Right.
Is what I was looking at. We broke structure to the downside in February.
Wouldn't the bodies be more? Wouldn't they be stronger than just the wick? Like the September and October bodies as a breaking structure, wouldn't that be stronger than the wick?
Yes, but if we going off the bodies, then that breaking structure was a long time ago. You see what I'm saying? That breaking structure would have been over here in the April time frame if we was just looking at the bodies. You see what I'm saying? We broke it in April, we retested it. We broke it in April, we retested it in May, and now we're coming back for a second retest if we looking at just the bodies. You see what I'm saying?
Got it.
Because right, and you like using the time frame that you're talking about right here, right? With the equal about the September time frame, right? Just using the bodies and just ignoring the wicks for a minute, right? Coming over here in April, we had a strong breaking structure with this full body down right here, right? We broke it, right? In May, on this indecision calendar, we came back and we tested it. We came back and tested it one time in May and broke down hard. You see what I'm saying? We broke down hard off of that right there. And then we came back and we closed way down here at 377.25, and now we're coming back for a second retest of that same area. So this area per se has already been tested and did its job. Now if we come back and we bounce off it again, I don't see it having that much juice on a monthly level to push us down further than we have already gone with the narrative that's going on right now. Right. If the narrative was super bearish, then I'll be like, we can go further down. Do I see us getting back to this area and pushing back down? And Pete, right? I'm glad you pointed this out, and I'm glad you brought this to my attention, because this brings up, and I'll let you say your piece in a minute. This brings up my point of the algos are controlling all this. I've been an algo conspiracist before I even got put onto ICT, right? He just opened my eyes to some other stuff, right? Now, I wasn't even paying attention to this area. Back here in September time frame was nowhere on my radar while I was talking this whole time, right? But if you look at my target line that I had, that target line is right there where you was talking about. And my target line is because those are the equal highs that we just set back in May. You see what I'm saying? We set those equal highs back in May, and the algos remembered this was that area that I needed to trade back to, because that's where the B for the bodies were. And I needed to come back and complete some work there. Now that they came back and completed the work, how they wicked off of it and pushed all the way down. Now look at the heft of the bodies coming back up to it this time, right? Can we still sell off? Yes, we can. That's why I say if August closes up here above this 429.66, right? That's where the bulls are really stamping the name in the game that I really want to keep going up, because that would be the second test of the same area that you was talking about, because that's what the algos remember. Look how perfectly they came up there and stopped and turned around. You see what I'm saying? Yep. But now let me go ahead and say your piece. That's why I was like, I'm glad you said that, because it's like it like shows how the algos be remembering this stuff.
It makes sense. It's just like we get like the full picture. You get what you were talking about and what I'm talking about. It's all kind of in the same area. Area, all the middle of the road. And this is where the decision.
You can't just say it like that. You got to sing it. You got to sing it.
In the middle of the road.
There you go. Hey, clap it up for the homie Edwin. But yeah, and to your point, you always want to know the overall picture, because we can hit this thing like a brick wall and turn around. And I love how two cousins can be looking at the same spot for two different reasons. You know what I'm saying? But these algos understand totally why they're going there. And this just goes to show that, you know what I'm saying? If you look at this stuff and you understand this stuff, it starts to make sense, and you see that this stuff work, man. You see that it work. I appreciate you for bringing it to my attention, because that even gives me further like confirmation in my head that I got out at a good time, because that area, you know what I'm saying, we only tested it once for real. And it wasn't even no strong test. It was just a little wick. You see what I'm saying? This is the first time we really fun to test that area. And I wasn't even paying attention to that far to the left. You see what I'm saying? I was looking right here in the recent time frame. I appreciate you for that, my guy.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. And appreciate the tunes, man. Y'all see how Edwin pulled up with the vocals? Hey, Tranisha say I have everybody acting up. Hey, we just having fun, man. Hey, we having fun out here. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Edwin. We've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. Hey, man, do not be afraid to pull up on the stage. I don't know everything. We all looking at these candles together. We all learning this stuff on a day-by-day basis. I just get out here and I try to share with like how a full-time trader would look at stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a full-time trader to do this here. You can. A lot of people don't want to quit their job. A lot of people don't want to retire. You don't have to leave your job to do this stuff, man. But I'm going to be out here every day on the front line, sharing my thoughts, sharing what I see on the price action, and trying to look for the most high probability entries and exits as possible. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the American Idol. What's up, Kevo? I ain't even see you in here, Kevo. When you pull up, what's going on? I see y'all in the morning. Yeah, it's always good to get a different perspective. I appreciate you, Edwin. I appreciate you. And when I say stuff that seems like it may be like opposing to what somebody says, I just be trying to digest it in my mind and look at it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to look at it for what it is. I try not to get stuck in my bias, and I try to look at it overall. And I appreciate the homie Edwin for pulling up. And he just gave me further confirmation that, you know what I'm saying, I got out of them positions at a good time, because hey, that can trigger a deeper pullback. You know what I'm saying? Because them bodies running against bodies, pause. You know what I'm saying? It might create a deeper pullback than expected. Anyway, I see y'all in the morning for the overnight price action, man. Gone.